What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 45 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Today, what is today? Monday, September 3rd, right?
Yes.
I think so.
2018.
That's what I was putting down on paper.
I don't know.
I'm your host, Ken Pescator. These other two voices in the cosmos
Hooligans.
are Adam Tuttle and Melissa Pescator. Hi, guys.
Hello,
Hi.
Hey.
How was everyone's week? Melissa and I
Fantastic.
moved. We did it. We did it.
did it.
We fucking did it.
Oh, God.
Yo, I want to take this moment to publicly praise Melissa, my 100-pound wife, for completing an entire house move by herself with me and her only.
Yes.
We moved the whole fucking house ourselves.
Snorlax strength.
Yo, she had mega evolution. She was mega mega Melissa. But we've completed our move. We're recording from our new place. We're not in our podcast permanent setup. We're sitting in the living room right now. We're surrounded by boxes and shit
stuff
everywhere. But
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's going to, enhance the podcast audio quality.
yeah, it might be boomy. So speaking of audio quality, last week's episode, there was a sync issue, so I apologize if that fucking threw anyone off, but Shermanator on Discord had brought something up, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh shit, fucking sync is all wacky and everything, so apologies for that. We did have a spike. We did blow. You blew it! But we did have a spike in listeners, so thank you so much if you're a new listener. Sorry about that. Fuck up for your first
fucking intro, bro.
It's
Way
like,
to
hey,
go.
hi, everyone new.
Hello.
Let's fuck up. No, but anyway, let's do some housekeeping real quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Check ours out over at patreon.com/gottawatchemall, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany, Jay, Jessica, Keith, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, and David. Thank you guys
are the best.
so much.
The best.
We appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you for being a friend.
Such a good friend.
No, honestly, we really do appreciate it, and it means the world. So,
Friends.
yeah, check ours out, and like I said, for $1, you get access to the Discord. It's a lot of fun.
Friends.
It's stupid, man.
Check it out.
The Discord's been fun lately because the internet channel has been very busy. Melissa's been out of the Discord because we've been moving our asses off over the past week.
Yeah, I gotta
But
catch up in there.
it's funny because so many people are just using that as a soundboard to just
the best.
I
That's
know
exactly
it's
what I
perfect.
wanted it for.
It's like, hey, let me bitch about something real quick. It's
These
perfect.
are my peeps. That's
But,
how I like them.
These are my peeps, but not the marshmallow kind.
Ew, those are gross.
Those are gross.
Today's show, we're going to recap everything that's come and gone over the past week. There's been a lot of little 2- and 3-day events that have happened since we last recorded. We'll cover all that. Worlds, Pokemon Worlds happened in Nashville. EX raids are all over the place. The Safari Zone in Yokosuka happened. All this shit went down over the past week. September research rotation has happened, and Entei is our new research breakthrough. We'll break down all that stuff that came along with that. And GoHub did an APK mine of 0.117.2. It's like every week, every episode, there's a new version of this game. They are prepping for something big. The clear answer is Gen 4, but with all this quality of life stuff that's going on with these APKs, it's awesome to see the momentum of the game. So we'll break into what GoHub found on the mine. But Adam, how's your week been? Did you play? Did you have any EX passes? I haven't even talked to you.
I've had 0 EX raid passes, but that's because I haven't been raiding too often. I went to my brother's wedding this weekend, which was phenomenal and fantastic. There's a gym where it's Instinct. My brother's been in it for 58 days.
What?
So I said, awesome. I will leave my Pokemon there, and hopefully that mine can stay there longer.
Was
If
it at the
not,
top of a fucking mountain? How does a Pokemon
Yes.
stay in a gym for 58 days?
I don't know. It's in the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
that's
nuts.
long.
That is awesome.
Literally, it's those 2 gyms for miles.
That's crazy.
I had to drive 20 miles just to get to the highway.
When he gets
And,
kicked out of
another
that
10.
gym, he's going to have a gold badge.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. So, and then on the way back, and my game glitched at some point as we're driving, and I noticed that I just look at my screen because it's setting up on my dash, and I'm looking at my screen, and I'm like, there's just a random Magikarp, and I'm stuck as my character. I'm driving, but I can see it, so I just touch the Magikarp, and it's shiny.
No.
No, seriously, and I'm like, oh God. I was like, kids, just hang on. I got to get out, take a picture. And I did take an AR photo, okay? It didn't save. I don't understand how that happened.
You're
because like, I
brave.
waited for it and
but
everything.
you caught it though, right?
I caught it. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
that's
I was so
awesome.
scared
Dude, that's
because I had
awesome.
driven like a little extra just to make sure I could take a picture of it like near the water, and the picture doesn't exist.
But still, you're brave that you even decided to take the AR shot because, man, that's like usually a death sentence.
Well, no, I have the iPhone 5, so it's
Oh,
still
no
in, like,
AR
the old
plus,
school mode.
no AR
Yeah.
plus.
So
Shit,
then-
but that's awesome. Did you evolve it?
No, but it is like a decent stat. It's like
Keeping the
strong,
goldfish.
attack, strong. So it's at least a decent contender, but it only has 39 CP, I think. So
Who cares, man? That's my unicorn. That's the one I want the most. Damn.
And then I went out last night for my friend's birthday party, and as we're driving through downtown, probably at like 11:30, I'm just tapping on every wingle, and I hit a green one. I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
God.
And it was 512 CP, battle with the best of them, attack and defense, and then battle with the best of them. I'm like,
Oh
okay,
my
so it's a
God.
15 attack and defense. I was like, I'll take it.
Wow.
I mean, I IV calculated it, and it was 84%, which
Yeah, but
doesn't make
still.
sense. But
Well, because probably was it have a real shitty HP, shitty stamina.
no, it was 512 CP.
No, but still, you probably had your IV spread was probably like 15, 9 or something.
I don't know.
But that's awesome. 2 shinies. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was
You're
over
ridiculous.
the moon, and then like I also got like a ton of the make a great curveball throw, or whatever, for the new Spindaform.
Dude. I don't know.
I've yet to see you spin
Me
it.
too. I don't know what the hell it is. I check every single stop I pass. I mean, granted, I drive the same routine every day, but I'm still hitting, dozens of fresh stops every day, checking them what they are, and I'm yet to get one of these Spinda quests, and it's pissing
Really?
me off. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like
I haven't got one
nowhere.
either.
And even like it's very consistent in my area. Like people get them, but it's super rare. Like they're not all over the place. And I know that they increased the rate for number 3, which is out. And we'll get to that with the research rotation. But yeah, I'm yet to see them. But
So just to put it into retrospect, the amount of the ones that I've seen that are new, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's just
That's
in like
crazy.
a day and a half.
yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I haven't
That's-
seen shit.
yeah,
I didn't
that's
see anything. But I'm gonna have to get to that. All right, so Adam, you want to break down this past week of what's happened here in the news, because there's so freaking much that has kind of come and gone. But if you want to run through this, we can kind of discuss it as you go.
Well, I mean, Ho-Oh came as a surprise.
What did
From
you think
the
of that?
20
Were you excited about that?
I have the shiny, so I wasn't excited, but to see my raid group get excited because certain people didn't have it.
Yeah, it's good to have another opportunity. But plus,
Yeah.
I was excited.
we had the extra window on Regirock, and we've been talking about this for 3 months now. This is like the most anticlimactic legendary kind of cycle.
Oh, the Reggies.
Because the
Exactly.
Reggies, like, I don't mind Regirock. I think he looks cool, but
they're
from a
the
functionality standpoint, they're the freaking worst. They're defensive Pokemon. So, and we had the longest window with Regirock, and it was like, kind of had a hunch if they were going to do something. So they snuck in a week of Ho-Oh, and I already had the shiny. I got 2 raids in, even with the move and all that craziness, and was able to get the shiny. So I was pretty excited that happened. So now I got two shiny Ho-Ohs, which is cool.
I got 3 raids in and not a single shiny, so. But then we've got Pokemon Worlds that just got wrapped up. It was the 24th through the 26th. They had unknowns that spelt Nashville.
And if you got a chance to watch any of the streams on Twitch of the world competition itself, they did it so right, where they had like Nashville themed Pokemon and outfits, and they all had guitars, and like it was like they played up the whole music thing. It was freaking amazing. But yeah, unknowns everywhere. Corsola actually spawned too, which of course caused some controversy, because last year at Worlds you had Kangaskhan, which is the Australian exclusive. So that breaking its, region locking coming over, Corsola is available in Florida. So it's like, maybe only 6, 7, 8 hours from Tennessee, which, people were like, this is, I want one from, they should have given us
Mr.
Tropius or something like that, or Mr. Mime. But
Well, they just gave us Torkoal, so it's like, get out there and go.
yeah, dude, I'd still
on,
be
guys.
psyched for any of that shit. But that's, Nashville is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different unknown, which is freaking awesome. That's a pretty significant haul. So if you want to hear more coverage on the actual Pokemon Worlds, check out our other podcast, Gotta Watch Them All. Adam and I are going to break that down. We got an interesting article and video that I sent to Adam the other day that I want to discuss regarding a conspiracy theory about the world champion VGC player kind of cheating his way to the top. And it's very interesting, and I want to go through it. So check that out if you want to hear more. Did you get a chance to watch that video, Adam?
Not yet. Dude, I just got out of work, so
it's so funny. It's a great, X-Files music nerd. Yeah, totally. There was an
Speaking
EX
of
raid.
X-Files.
Yeah, look at that. Speaking of X-Files, the X-raid.
X-raids.
But there was one on September 2nd and September 3rd. I did get one, and I caught another Mewtwo. I think it's number 13
Oh my
for
god.
me. So
I still only have 2.
I've got lots of Mewtwo's, but you didn't have one, right, Adam?
A Mewtwo?
No, the EX.
Oh, an EX raid pass. Yeah. I don't have those. Who gets those?
But I think the shiny Ho-Oh that I caught was the raid that triggered the EX pass for me.
That's cool.
Which was really cool because it was at like the EX location. But what else happened?
The Yokosuka Safari Zone event happened.
Did you see
Event
these freaking
spawns
screenshots?
Where
screenshot.
Shiny Wingull, Tropius, unknown spelling Yokosuka, they gave us worldwide Wingull. Our spawns increased. Not as much as like Roselia and the Sunkern ones.
I saw Wingull way less. And
Yes.
Or what was the Plusle and Minun and the Roselia that were everywhere and people were catching multiple shinies. This seemed like for Wingull, it was way turned down with spawns, and then the shiny rate was way turned down, at least that, what it seemed in my group. I don't know how it was for you, but you caught one. I didn't.
Yeah, I think if anybody caught them, they caught about one.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I'll take it.
Pelipper looks awesome shiny. I think that's a really good looking
Is he green
shiny.
too?
Yeah, it's got like a tinge. Shiny count is now up to 88.
That's
So there's
pretty cool.
88 shiny Pokemon in the game, and actually there's a little bit more if you put in the variations for the Pikachu hat. That I think you can get the one shiny with the hat. But freaking 88 Pokemon, man! It's the list is getting bigger and bigger, and they
That's
just keep
fun.
pumping them out. I think so too. And with all these events happening, it's like shiny check galore, and I could dig it. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's like every time you stop, it's like, all right, shiny check, shiny check, shiny check. We did complete the Professor Willow challenge for the research tasks.
I think this was the quickest one that the local area ever did. Like, it was like within 2 hours they were done. It's crazy. Well, Japan, man, they're freaking nuts.
It was 100,000 in Yokosuka, and it was 5 million in the other 3 regions.
Yeah, we knocked that shit out.
Right? So our unlocked rewards are going to run through September 10th, which is all our star pieces going to last an hour. Double hatch Stardust, triple catch Stardust, and for every raid, we're going to get 3,000 Stardust.
That's freaking
That's a
awesome.
lot of Stardust.
This is probably the reward.
Dusted.
Get that. Yeah, it makes me think of Friday when Chris Tucker smoking. He's like, "That's angel dust, yo." He's like,
Oh my god.
"That's that Stardust." No, that for real though. This is
Got
like
that Stardust in my eyes. Come on.
This is the absolute number one currency in the game, and I think out of all the rewards, this is probably the one that everyone's been waiting for. Because 1 hour star pieces with the 3 times catch Stardust, man, people are going to be raking it in. And I saw something stupid online the other day. Someone had 80 million Stardust. Like, what the
They're like,
It's like,
I just
how?
never powered up a Pokemon.
How? And because they were just raiders, so it's like, they only have their
all my
core team.
100% I got from raids.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Dust event, and it started today. So as you hear this, you'll probably still have a couple days left to get yourself dusted. Get that
And we
dust
also
up.
unlocked Shiny Moltres Day.
Now
on
it's
Saturday
really
the
a
8th.
rubber chicken,
I think it looks like a naked rubber chicken.
like a plucked chicken.
I
It's like
him.
Pinklin.
I like him. He's a naked chickie.
But it's
Hey,
a
it's a
Saturday, so I
Firebird,
can't
okay?
do it again.
I'll do it.
Fuck.
Listen, so it's going to
I'm
know
sorry.
the exclusive move Sky Attack.
No, this is probably like with the other birds not having exclusive moves, and it was like a little bit anticlimactic in that regard, or the moves weren't meta relevant. Where for Moltres, this is going to be a really good neutral damage attacker, an all-around good fire attacker. So, I mean, this one is actually going to be worth powering up and will be able to complement the Fire Spin Overheat Moltres that we have now. It'll just be a nice complement to that and give you some diversity with Moltres, another reason to use the legendary. And, if you can work this
really
right and get all the raid passes and everything. Adam, you're going to actually get your raid passes this time? You're going to spin the gyms?
Me too.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll see.
I still
see if
haven't
we can
figured
some
out
shinies.
things with work and all that, so currently I get out at 4.
4. So you'll have an hour.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's during rush hour to like get home. So I gotta figure that out.
the ultra super mega secret unlock bonus for
Mewtwo's for everyone. You get a Mewtwo, and you get a Mewtwo.
No.
Do you think it's going to be Mewtwo? Will it be like a Mewtwo
my
day?
tinfoil hat is on.
I think if they're gonna send him off, this is their opportunity to, let everyone have him. No excuses. They can't get bitched at to a certain relative extent. And
If they do a Mewtwo day, I'm gonna
shiny fucking Mewtwo would be sick.
I'm gonna be upset.
What if they bring Mega Mewtwo?
Going.
No, I don't think
They
that they
won't
should
do
bring.
that.
I don't think that they should bring the shiny. I think that they should save that because that would give us more incentive to do EX like a Mewtwo EX raid when it comes back.
When it comes, maybe they for round 2, like they typically do, like Moltres. They're bringing it back with the shiny, but
They do a Mewtwo day, I'm going to be very upset.
why?
All right, internet,
Why?
tell me how you really feel.
Well, she
Why?
doesn't
Because-
like the fact that people have multiple Mewtwo's, and I get it. You only have one mythical. You can only get one Mew, one Celebi, but I got fucking 13 Mewtwo's. It
It's
does.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it does.
It's fucking stupid.
No, I get it.
Because when Pokemon first came out, Mewtwo was the
Well, you had the
You
Master
just-
Ball. One
you
Master
just-
Ball,
you-
one Mewtwo.
It, I can't. It's just making me so upset. You shouldn't be allowed to have more than one Mewtwo ever.
Well,
I'm sorry, ever. Especially.
I don't think they can
since-
go back in time unless they have help with Celebi.
well, see, but that's the thing with these legendaries. There's really only one Lugia. There's really only one Ho-Oh, one Mewtwo, one Mew. But only the mythical branded Pokemon get the pass when it comes to multiples like that. They didn't let the Go Fest attendees have a second Celebi. But
I just don't. I just don't think.
yeah, but I want some shiny Mewtwo. That'd be freaking badass.
I think-
but I don't know.
I don't know.
September 10th is the rumor. I think that's when they're going to announce what happens. So the next time we record, we'll be able to figure this out. But shit, I'd be down for a Mewtwo day. But they probably do it on a Saturday, and I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. And I just so freaking poop. All right, September research rotation has happened. Entei is our new field research breakthrough Pokemon. The first of the month on a Saturday was September on a Saturday. There was 5 Saturdays in the month, 5 Sundays in the month. So if you plan this correctly, you can get 5 Enteis if you're already into the rotation and kind of held out. I did that. I missed a day during the Raikou window. It kind of fucked my whole flow up. So then I waited and, went for the Saturday to pick up my first Entei. So now I'm on track to get 5, for the month. So I'm down with Entei. I like fire attackers. They're kind of underrated in this game and they don't have much use in the meta, but Entei is just a triumphant looking motherfucker and I like that. So give me some fucking Entei. But
And
no.
we have a little bit more of like sentimental value because we went to Philly Free Streets and that's
Yeah.
where we got our Philly
Dude, that was the best shit, man. That one raid in the center, man, when there was just like
that was
500
really fun.
people all doing it. It was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So cool. But 100% at level 15 is 1447, so that's going to be your magic number for Entei on a breakthrough, 1447 CP. So lucky you if you get 100%er. The Silver Pineapple has been released as a research reward. It was originally released through the Celebi quest, I believe, in step 6. But now a Silver Pineapple can be earned, by catching 5 fire-type Pokemon. That's the research you want to look out for. So you get 1 Silver Pineapple. So this is going to be like the hybrid of a Pineapple Berry and a Raspberry. It gives you, 0.2 less increased catch rate than a raspberry, but the same amount on, but you're still getting the double candy. So it's a valuable berry, but I think at least the way it looks now, they're making this thing out to be like hyper rare. And it's like, really, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but this could be a good alternative to experienced people that can throw excellent throws for legendaries, where you can use this on a legendary Pokemon or a raid boss, something like that, get your double candy and still have a little bit extra, push to get your catch rate up a little bit. I think that's when if I were to get any of these silver pineapples, that's when I'd use them in legendaries. I don't know how you feel about that, but does it seem like is it that special though? Like, I think that would be the only real efficient way to use these things is in those legendary raid situations.
Either that or like, if you see like a wild Dragonite or something.
Shit. I've never seen a wild Dragonite. Ever.
Yeah.
I've seen two.
That's crazy. I've never seen one ever. Ever, ever, ever. In freaking
well, you
daily
need to
playing
play
this game.
later then. Jeez.
Dude, I know.
What are you doing podcasting right now?
I know, right?
You should be out playing.
I should be out taking gyms down. Dude, I got to talk about the gym etiquette in this new town that we moved to too, but I'll talk about that at the end. But these research rewards, you can get send 5 gifts, you get Roselia, potential shiny. Like Adam mentioned earlier, make one great curveball throw is spin to number 3. Haven't seen this shit and I do want it. 10 berries on a Pokemon, and you can get a Growlithe. And then Growlithe was the surprise shiny of the September rotation. So now Growlithe is shiny, which is yellow. Looks really, really cool. But you can, good chance of getting one through the use 10 berries on Pokemon research. Power up a Pokemon 3 times for coughing.
I don't want that coughing.
Catch a Rattata or Pikachu for Fanfy. And earn a candy walking with your buddy, you get a Numel. So not too interesting for the rewards here, but the shot at a shiny Growlithe, shiny Roselia, and then the number 3 Spinda, that's what you're really going to...
Oh, I was talking about that coughing is all day, all night. Money.
That was the first... When we moved into our house, the first Pokemon I caught was a coughing. I was very happy about it. It was in the house. So good. Oh, man, and I've already seen a couple players out at the local gyms right here by the house. And I just took the dog for a walk before we recorded, and someone was taking the gyms down. And I walk by him, and, he gives me the nod. I see him tethered. He's got wires on him, all over the place. And he's like, yeah, I'm almost done taking these gyms down. They were both Valor. I'm like, yeah, I'm Valor, bro. And he's just like, oh, shit, I won't take them down. I was like, nah, there's 2 gyms side by side. I go, take one of them down, and I'll keep the other one. But it was really funny. Good research rotation, I guess, if you're excited about Entei, but... I just want shots at shinies. I was able to get a shiny Pineco in the last rotation through research. So, you have a better odds getting it through research than you do catching it in the wild. So really, that's if you can focus your effort on that, it's an efficient way to shiny hunt. GoHub did a APK mine of 0.117.2.
Nerd.
Dude, honestly, we've talked about these updates. They keep coming. And there was really nothing like hyper groundbreaking in 117.2, but it seems like they're really doing a lot of housekeeping and new ways of identifying ways to parse out data and troubleshooting and all this different stuff. So it just seems like there's something coming, something in the horizon. They're just doing so many updates.
They're just prepping for Gen 4.
Yeah, but why would they? Well, they're definitely doing that. But
it's just they're just doing their thing, bro.
I don't know.
What do they got to dig into?
I don't know. A battle system rework. Battle system rework. No, but something's definitely going on. What GoHub was able to find in the APK mine was some clues into the badge system loading a little bit more efficiently. Apparently, there was some errors in the last couple rounds where things wouldn't load right. There's some raid activity flags where different raids, I guess, based on activities, the activity level will reward different levels of XP. I was not aware of this until I read GoHub's article, so I got to look into that a little bit more. But apparently there's different activity level flags that kind of rate a raid, and that's going to determine the level of XP that it will pay out. So definitely want to look into that further. There's a new system check during the login boot phase, which is like a security measure, and a code line that says acknowledge punishment. So maybe that there's something coming on the horizon where if someone is soft banned or something like that, they may get a notice or a pop-up that says like, hey schmuck, you know, you're fucking banned or something like that, hit okay to accept the fact that you're an asshole. And then you hit that, and then that's like what this acknowledgement punishment check could be. I don't know, but if it's a security measure, I'm down for it. And then the weird thing, iOS was hit with the AR plus, the camera panning in, the big swing that was fucking preventing you from seeing if it was seeing the shiny sparkle and all this stuff. And then they fixed it on iOS, and then they kind of transferred the bug over to Android. Yeah. And obviously Android doesn't have AR Core, no AR plus, but Android had the swing in feature. Some people actually liked it. I thought it was kind of cool at first. It gets a little annoying, but that's been taken care of on the Android side. So that's going to be getting cleaned up now in 117.2. But nothing groundbreaking, but a lot of quality of life. And I don't know, man. There's just definitely something coming. Definitely something coming. Melissa.
Yes.
Why don't you read Atari Alex's email here?
We got an email. Melissa's going to read it.
Can you see
She's going to read it.
No.
She's going to read it, guys. Just wait a second until I'm done, but she's going to read it. Okay, go for it.
All right, so Atari Alex writes, Dear Ken, Melissa, and Adam, I was cruising around town the other day, taking down gyms when I had one of the most awkward experiences of my life. As I got close to my destination, I pulled up to a stop sign and happened to make eye contact with a woman who was standing at the corner. I also just so happened to park very close to near where the lady was standing. I got out my phone and started battling. When out of the corner of my eye, I saw her start to walk over to me. She came up to my window and waved at me in what I could only assume was an attempt to solicit her services. I waved back, trying to be friendly, but she either took this as me telling her go away, or she saw that I was busy trying to be the very best, like no one ever was, and realized I wasn't there to pick her up. So I just walked away, went back to her street corner. I can't, either way, it was one of the most uncomfortable things that has ever happened to me in a long time.
No, you're right. So my question is, do you have any awkward stories or experiences from going out and playing the game? Now, this is timely, Melissa. I didn't even tell you this. This happened to me last week. Or actually, no, a week and a half ago, because I was at work. I went on my lunch break, right? Going to Whole Foods, do my thing. I'm walking out. I'm playing the game. Beep, boop, bop, boop, boop. Doing my shit. Walk right up to a car, start wrenching on the handle.
It's not your car.
It's not my fucking car.
Oh my God, bro.
I was like, oh shit, that's not my car. And I literally had the moment where I like looked around to make sure no one was looking. And I just meandered my ass 2 cars over. I was like, that shit has never happened to me, but that was a totally funny, like, dude walking into like a stop sign, not looking. But Adam, has anything crazy ever happened to you like that?
Yes. I mean, it happened a while ago, but I remember, just going through downtown, hitting all the stops like over and over again. I remember seeing a Dratini on the radar, and I parked somewhere where it's like a handicap spot for just a second because it's, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know. I just parked there real quick. I'm trying to catch this Dratini, and I'm using my Pinette berries, and I'm using my Ultra Ball, trying to get a decent throw on this because I want to catch it because I needed to catch a dragon type. And, nobody's around me. Like, I pulled in, and there's nobody around me. Out of nowhere, I look up after I caught it. It was one throw. I caught it. So maybe 30 seconds went by. Somebody's at my window knocking on it. He's like, do you have change? Do you have change? And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, no. And I instantly reverse. I'm like, sorry, leave, and just, I booked it out of there. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, that's not that bad.
I know, but it was
going to
awkward.
say there was a poor old lady with a walker that was trying to park, and just some fucking Pokemon hoodlums took her parking spot.
Oh. Either way, it's weird.
Well,
weird.
He
catches him off guard.
He's preying on Pokemon trainers.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh, I see you on your phone at night.
The weird glow. The ominous glow on your face. Melissa's never done anything wrong playing Pokemon Go.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Nothing weird's ever happened to you, right?
No.
Pretty
straightforward Pokemon Go.
She's
playing.
pretty. She has a good sense of her when she's Not
I
like
guess
aware
the
of her
weirdest thing that has
surroundings.
actually, one weird thing happened when the game first came out, and I would leave work when I was doing like almost overnights at Bed Bath & Beyond,
Right.
and I would leave at like 12 sometimes. But the cemetery had mad Pokemon
Oh,
stops
that's right.
at that time.
When we used to have a cemetery like loop with like 20 stops.
And it was on the way home, so I would like leave work, and within 30 seconds I was at the cemetery. And the one day I went with Steph, and me and Steph, we drove both our cars, and then at the front of the cemetery she parked her car and then got out of her car to get into my car so we can loop around, because it was like a thin road, obviously not a real road. We're in the middle of a fucking cemetery, and it's dark and there's no lights in this place. So I'm nervous as is, because it's big hills and stuff. So we do one lap and we get back to her car, and she was getting ready to get out of the car, and then all of a sudden this dude rolls up on his skateboard, and he's got a fucking snake.
I got a snake.
Yes, he's got a fucking snake around his neck, and he's playing fucking Pokemon, and he's just riding his skateboard, and he like rolled up past the car, and then he stopped, and then I looked and I go, "You got a snake around your neck?" And he said, "Yeah," and then he came back and I actually took pictures of it, and then I yelled at Steph to get in her car really fast.
He's like, "Yeah, I got a trouser snake."
No, we had a fucking full blown fucking snake around.
Cobra,
his neck.
dude, he had a
It was
cobra down
python.
there.
But Atari Alex, that's a good one. And I'm sure people have stories. If you have any ridiculous stories of foolishness or awkward moments playing Pokemon Go, tag us on social media. We'd love to hear them. And, if we get any good ones, we'll share them on the show. But let us know. Hit us up. Email us, info@luredup.com. And, I want to hear about these crazy stories. But Alex, that's a pretty funny one. But, maybe she just wanted to trade Pokemon.
She's like, "Yo, you got that shiny? What you got? You got that dust, yo? You got that stardust?
Yo, I suck your dick for that chance.
Oh my god. Yo, how much stardust you got? Yo.
Get your kid out
Yo,
the street.
you got 1 million? I need that Mewtwo.
That shit's funny as hell. Oh, man. A couple bits of miscellaneous news before we go. We're going to forego the battle party this week just to, wow, that was the best one ever. But we're going to forego a battle party this week only because there hasn't been a major raid boss rotation in a bit.
Fucking Regirock is stupid.
Yes.
Stupid.
I would do Moltres, but Moltres we actually did back on episode 25 of Lured Up. And for the most part, even though new legendaries have come out since then, the raid meta has not changed too much for Moltres. Just fucking bring Tyrannitars and Kyogres and you'll be straight. Pokemon Go's popularity has surged to twice the amount of a year ago based on Google search trends. I thought this was very, very interesting. So now this isn't necessarily talking about money in the e-store or money in the shop, all that, anything like that. This is going to be overall search trends by Google, and it has doubled in July 2017 to July 2018, the search demand for Pokemon Go, which is freaking crazy. And it just goes to show you, with all these new things that are coming out, with Pokemon Go Fest, with the release of the research system, it just causes these spikes. But what we're seeing now is a much softer decline in that surge that we saw over the summer. And it's just telling us that the overall demand for information about Pokemon Go and more people are searching for it. The game is in a good place, which is just freaking awesome. It's music to my ears. A nest migration will be happening on September 5th. So pretty much when this is out, there's going to be a new nest migration. Make sure you're reporting this to the Sylph Road. This is kind of a forgotten tool where I remember a year ago, or when, they first started doing the Nest Atlas, this was like the shit. As soon as there was a migration, it was like, we got to post. And that's kind of died off. And the Nest Atlas is an amazing tool, especially for these Pokemon that are shiny, where if you may not even know it, but within, an hour or two of you could have like a big ass nest where, you're going to have a chance to see, like if you were to find a Dratini nest or something like that, it's a great tool. So that nest migration is happening in a couple days. By the time you hear this, get your ass on Sylph Road and report it, hook up the community like that. We talked about it before. Regirock is here till the 20th. So, we could start to put our speculation caps on of what we're going to see next.
Rayquaza.
You think it's going to be Rayquaza? I think so too. I would be excited for that. I mean, that's an exciting if for a comeback Pokemon. It's super exciting, and shiny Rayquaza looks badass. So
Yeah, I only have one Rayquaza, so I could really.
there you go. And like I said before, the shiny count is now up to 88 Pokemon, which is just absolutely freaking bananas. But that's pretty much going to wrap up the show. I know this is a little bit short and sweet, but again, like I said, we're just breaking into the new house here, and
I haven't played the game in like 2 weeks.
I haven't. I mean, I got some raids in. You know, I did the Mewtwo raid, and hooked up with the friends and all that stuff. But Adam, you still planning on coming down to in October for Community Day?
I think so.
Yeah, you got to come down, stay at the new house. I think we're going to be trying to do New York City for Community Day in October.
As long as it's not brick cold.
It's not going to be cold. October's not that cold.
Yeah, it's fall.
Yeah.
We just have to bring our pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, puke.
God, why?
I hate that shit.
It was a joke. They're
So
gross.
you're such a white girl.
They're so gross. I hate that. I like pumpkin. I just don't like spice. I like Spice Girls, but I don't like pumpkin spice.
I like chai.
I like baby spice.
Baby Spice? Who was your favorite Spice Girl?
I mean, I
don't like
wear
any of the
Old Spice,
Girls.
but I like the baby spice.
I liked Was it Posh Spice? Wasn't that Victoria Beckham,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but I think she was just called.
Posh. She was posh. I was into Posh. Yeah, Baby was cute too, though.
They were all stupid. I'm sorry, I hated them.
But all right, that's going to pretty much wrap it up. Check out everything that we do over at luredup.com. Email us info@luredup.com, just like Atari Alex did today.
What you want? What you really want?
No, it's going to be fucking earworm.
Done.
It's going to be wormhole. Earwormhole. It's going to be stuck
So
in my head.
stupid, I hate it.
So good. Mel B.
Oh my god. I
God.
just picture the fucking ponytails and the midriff shirts and
Hell
the fucking,
yeah.
I just want to punch him. The only one who did that shit right was Aaliyah. She's the only one who looked hot doing that.
You're comparing Aaliyah to
No,
the fucking
look.
Spice Girl?
No.
You're comparing Aaliyah's
No.
look,
No.
midriff, showing her belly? Well, that's
She was famous for that shit.
well, yeah, because she was
looked good
sexy
doing
AF.
it.
Hell yeah.
Spice Girls were fucking stupid.
AF.
Anyway.
All right.
Info
Pokemon Go.
at luredup.com,
Pokemon.
luredup.com. Yeah, check out, leave us a review on iTunes. That would help us a lot. We appreciate you. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/GottaWatchTheMall. And that's pretty much it. Adam, you got anything else?
No, just get pumped for Moltres Day.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Moltres hype and pumpkin spice. Moltres hype and Moltres hype and pumpkin spice. I don't know. Moltres hype and pumpkin spice.
All right, everyone.
Go,
These
go,
two are
go,
starting to go off the rails.
go. Pokemon Go.
Shit. All right, bye, everyone.